the Big Bang Band and the High Command. It's Rhyme and Reason 420.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why you're...
Hey there, Tony here with another episode of Rhyme and Reason where the hits just keep on coming from the Big Bang Band. No, I'm not talking about a big brass band or bopper band from the first half of the 20th century. This is a whole different kind of band. It's not a band I like to listen to, but unfortunately, we do have to listen to it. Well, we don't have to, but it's kind of in our face all the time. And I'll explain what I'm talking about. Unless you have zero interest in theories of our origin, you've heard the same old tired and repetitive songs I'm talking about. And they're sung by the same truncated troubadours. And just like the Rolling Stones, they've been able to sustain their career for decades. But unlike the Rolling Stones, their songs have no hook. They're just headbangers. Now, maybe you've already picked up on my not-so-subtle analogical references. Well, the Big Bang Theory is what's being sung to you and sung to me by this Big Bang Band I'm talking about. That theory is a worn-out and debunked belief system, by the way, and it gets old. I'm telling you, it's gotten old. Hearing the same tunes over and over and over. Can we get one more over and over? Especially after hearing much better music. There's much better music out there than the Big Bang Theory band. But the crowds who want nothing to do with God, they're going to always clamor to those Big Bang concerts, and they're going to always cheer the irrelevant and irreverent hits. But Tony, they're the only ones that make any sense. Nay, grasshopper, nay. The first two laws of thermodynamics make way more sense. Now, just recently, I shared a cute little schoolroom scenario about the first law, and that's a link, should be a link in the show notes. And now I have a couple of things that I'd like to share about the second law of thermodynamics. It's a law. Obey the law. In case you didn't know it, our ginormous, humongous universe is still an isolated system. And maybe I'll just share what that means at another time. But for now, it means that according to the second law of thermodynamics, the energy in the universe available for useful work has always been decreasing. Interesting. Now that means if you go back in time as far as evolutionists would have you go, the amount of energy would exceed the capacity for the total universe to hold it. Wrap your mind around that one, people. Yeah, that's a lot of energy. If you go back in time, as far as evolutionists would have you go, the amount of energy back then would exceed the capacity for the total universe to hold it. There was more energy at the time that they say it all started than the capacity for the universe to hold it. Have I made the point? It's a big universe, but evolution doesn't explain the decrease of energy. Just doesn't do that. And we know everything breaks down. We know that, right? If you lived, let's say 4, 5, 6 decades, somewhere in that range or longer, that's happening to you too. And it's nothing is getting more and more complex. It's less and less complex. Things are breaking down. It's just that way. So what that means is there was a beginning, and it wasn't millions or billions of years ago when the universe first began. It didn't happen by some goofy accident or seeds from a little green man. We were made by the one who wasn't made, and it wasn't too long ago. So you can trust it's true that it's God's design, and you can know that you know you know. All right. Another short episode of Rhyme and Reason to get right to the point. Don't listen to the Big Bang Band. Go for the High Command, coming from your High Commander, your Commander-in-Chief of all, the one who spoke and the whole universe leapt into existence by his very words. It's amazing, and we have grace from him, and that's what some people call amazing grace. Okay. I think that does it for this episode of Rhyme and Reason. Yeah, I believe it does. I'm looking at my notes. There's nothing. Yeah. Nope, I said that. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in to my goofiness, and it means a whole lot to me. It really does. It means the world. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, this is Tony from TonyFunderburk.com reminding you that life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
There's a